Hi, and welcome to Healing Tools for Life. Today's discussion is going to be entitled The Blame Frame Game. As more and more things surface throughout the globe, it's taking a toll on our emotions, and our emotional and mental well-being is being challenged, to say the least. And when we haven't taken the time to do the healing, which is being mindful, becoming more aware of our physical aspect and how it really functions, but also all of our other bodies as well. The emotional and mental bodies are also part of how we feel and how we actually have a healthy lifestyle. If your emotional and mental well-being is being challenged and you're stressed out to a point where you're going to end up burning out, and in some cases the burnout is actually a good thing because that's the beginning of your healing process. But hopefully you do not get to that point in your life, and that you begin to do your due diligence for yourself to get you to a point where you're at peace with yourself and that your health is your paramount concern. Having said that, it's catastrophic out there, yes, but it's also an amazing revelation too, because there's so many good things that are coming from this chaos. You know, once you have the chaos, you can have the peace. And that's just the way the cycles have gone on for thousands and thousands of years. But things have not been taught to us of maybe the last 200 years. Things have not been taught to us that we really need to know on how to navigate things and how to take care of ourselves. You know, we tend to go outside ourselves for help in terms of, you know, our health. And that's a good thing to a certain degree, but you have to start going within yourself, into your heart. Your heart has a brain behind it. It's been proven in science. There's a smart brain, and our soul chakra lies right behind our real heart. It's a really amazing thing that physicists and the new scientists are actually discovering amazing things within our bodies that we didn't even know existed before. But we are being challenged in many respects. And as I said, emotionally and mentally is no exception. That's where everything stems from. That's where your well-being and how you see yourself really starts with how your thoughts are. Hence, a previous Tools for Life edition, which was about mindfulness. So, having said that, if you're in a situation with individuals and people are being challenged all the time, tempers are flaring up, there's a lot of anger and frustration, and sometimes it's not through any fault of anyone, really. It's just unseen experiences or influences that are affecting us, but it's also experiences from our past that have not been healed and released. And when they're up to the surface and they keep coming up, a lot of us don't have the tools to deal with this properly. And in doing so, we're stuck in a situation and we're just lashing out. But what we're really saying is that I need some help here. I don't know how to do this. Well, it's not that difficult. If you need guidance, there's always guidance. And you will be guided towards someone that can help you and give you the tools. But having said that, the blame frame comes to the wounded child, somebody that hasn't done their inner work, and everything starts with our childhood. You know, we come to this school of life on this planet, and this planet is what they call the hard knocks of schools for a reason. It is the hardest place and the most amazing place that we can master ourselves. And this is why we chose to come here, because this is the hardest school to learn from. When you're on a planet that there's only love, joy, and bliss, you're not going to evolve as much as you are going to evolve on Terra. So how do you deal with the blame frame game? Well, you need to acknowledge that within you lies all the answers, number one. Number two, you need to take responsibility for all of your creations, all your actions, because some of our actions are not positive. We've done everything negative and everything positive. In order for us to evolve, we need to have experienced those things, whether they're good or bad or ugly or beautiful, blissful, and gorgeous. It doesn't matter. It's a balance. And that's why if you haven't walked someone's shoes, you can't really know how they feel. But you can empathize and be compassionate. But if you're out there and you're having one of those anger attacks, I like to call them, if you're frustrated and something's just happening and you're just like this, don't blame somebody else for that. This is human nature, because that's how we were conditioned to behave. Just blame someone else, blame this person, blame that thing. That's not going to resolve anything. In fact, it'll just create more of what you don't want. So, when this happens, take a step back and breathe. And when you breathe, it stops, because you're focusing on the breath. So instead of blaming someone else for something you're feeling that only you can own, take your deep breath in, but own it. Say, okay, ask yourself again the question, is this mine? If it's not, and if it is yours, find out where it comes from, because a lot of what's going on right now is coming from ancestry and our lineage and our past lives thereof. And they are affecting us because we haven't healed those lives that we lived. And we need to be able to heal the layers. There's so many layers to healing. Even I'm still healing. And most of the healers out there are doing that which we're all doing. We're all in this together at different stages of our own evolution. And we need to step up to the plate and own what we created. Own our feelings. Own what we did, how we trespassed against someone else in the past when we weren't very nice to them. Own that. And if you have to, face that individual in person to say that, I'm sorry, I really treated you badly and I apologize, then do that. Otherwise, just do it within yourself. And then you gotta forgive yourself for having been so challenging to someone else. The old adage of treat those as you would want to be treated, treat everybody the way you would want to be treated. Because right now, we need to have more love in our lives, and we need to treat each other with respect. Not everybody's going to have the same perceptions as you. Not everyone is going to be thinking the same way as you, regardless if it's in your personal life or business life. We all have our own way of doing things, but we still need to respect one another through that process. We're all mirrors for someone else's projection. So if you're standing somewhere and you're just standing there and someone comes at you and starts rah, 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 hold space. You're just the mirror, and you're the mirror, and they're standing in front of you and they're seeing themselves, but they're not seeing themselves. And that's what you are, a mirror for what they are feeling. And most of the time they just want to be heard, seen, and acknowledged. And that's why they're freaking out. So let's be more compassionate, understanding, and caring, and inclusive as well, and accepting of one another, that we're all unique and different individuals, part of Creator's tapestry of life. And we're all doing the best that we can every single day. Thanks for watching. Namaste.